We're going to take a moment just to close the eyes. So let the palms either rest on the knees or turn the palms into our chin mudra position, where we touch the first finger and the thumb together. See if you can lengthen a little bit more from the base of your spine and from the neck reaching up to the crown. Make a point to soften the jaw and the tongue. And then as you inhale, just start to be aware of your breath's journey this morning. Where can you feel your breath? Maybe it feels cool as you breathe in. Maybe you can feel that air into the throat, the chest and the belly. And then where can you feel that breath as it leaves the body? Maybe drawing that breath from the belly, back up through the chest and the throat. And the next time with the inhale, we're going to start to incorporate our arms. So bringing your arms up, reaching out of your waist, turn your palms upwards, stretch up and out. Take that stretch over to one side and turn your gaze towards that arm. Come back to center and then go the opposite way. Again, just turning the gaze. Coming back to center. Release your hands, send your hands behind you. Again, link your fingers, pull the arms away from the body and send your gaze upwards. Squeezing the shoulder blades. And then from here, bring your palms together, push your spine away from you, sending your spine to the wall behind you, tucking in the chin. Coming back up, bring your hands back onto your knees and just start to rotate into the waist and the hips. So you're drawing a circle. Starting to incorporate the arms and the shoulders, just moving through the lower back, up into the middle back and the upper back. Let's reverse that circle the opposite way, rolling around. And then come back to our long spine. Remove your block from underneath you and let's come onto our hands and our knees. So bring your hands under your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips to start. Let's shift the hands slightly further forwards and we're going to come back to drawing that circle. So sitting back towards the heels now, relaxing your toes on your mat. And you can make your circle as big or as small as you feel you want to this morning. Making sure you roll through the whole knee joint and the wrist joint. And then reverse again the opposite way. Ground the palms into your mat. Keep being aware of that breath's journey as you inhale and exhale. From here, sitting back to your heels and lengthening your arms even longer as you come into your child's pose, resting your forehead down. See if you can stretch through the spine a little more as you sit closer to your heels, sending your fingertips long. As you inhale, start to roll forward, bend at the knees, drop the chin towards the mat, and as you exhale, push up and back. Inhale, dropping down, chin towards the mat, bending at the elbows. Exhale, push back. Do this a few more times, starting to warm up the body. Let's do 2 more. Lowering all the way down to the mat, not quite touching it as you push back. 1 more. Coming back into that child's pose position and then tucking the toes. Let's head into down dog, push back into the heels. And then from here I want you to breathe in, push the toes into the mat, and then as you exhale, drop the heels back down. Let's do that a few times. Pushing back to your heels, and just take a pedal and a bend into the legs now, moving whatever way feels good for you. Let's start to walk towards the top of our mat. Once you're there, bring your feet together and fold over the legs. We're going to bend and lengthen, so bending and stretching into the legs. Might be some clicking and releasing here. You can always drop your hands to a block. Straightening the legs, rolling up the spine, keep the core pulled in as you come up. Reach up, palms together. Exhale, lower the arms. Bring your hands onto your hips and start to draw that circle again, rolling through the hips, bending into the knees. Moving whatever way feels good. We're going to reverse the opposite way. Make sure you take that bend into the knees, rolling through the hips. And last one, straightening the legs at the top of your mat. Let's inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold down. Long spine here when you're ready. Step back with that right foot, drop your knee down, inhale into your low lunge. As you exhale, draw the arms behind you, link your fingers together, pull the arms away from the body, and then just shift forward and back. So you're pushing into that front knee, stretching into that right hip, just moving forward and back. One more. Release your hands, frame your left foot, step it back into your plank. Lower all the way down to your mat. Breathe into your cobra and exhale into your down dog. Pushing back into those heels. We're going to go forward and back, dropping our hips down to the mat in our up dog, looking up, and then exhale, roll back into your down dog. Inhale, roll forwards. Exhale, push back. Let's do one more. And exhale, push back. Stepping forward with your right foot, framing your right foot. We're going to keep the left hand down and open up with the right arm, taking a twist here. Looking up at that right hand. Framing that right foot, dropping the left knee down, low lunge, bringing up the arms. Sending the hands behind, linking fingers, pulling the arms away from you, and then shifting forwards and back. Stretching into that left hip. Finding balance in the pose. Releasing here, framing your right foot. Push back into your left foot, step it back to your plank. Lower all the way down to your mat. Breathe into your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Pushing back, maybe inhaling, exhaling through the nose. Let's go forward and back into that up dog. Exhale, down dog. And two more, inhale forwards. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Exhale back. One more to do. step forward with the left foot. Keep the right hand down. Let's twist left arm up. You can always drop your right knee if you need. Framing that left foot, now drop your right knee if you haven't. Come into your low lunge, bring up the arms, reach up. And then send those hands behind you, link your fingers. And maybe shift forward and back a little, stretching into that hip. Just a very slow movement with awareness. From here, framing your left foot, pushing into that back foot, we're going to step forward, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, rise all of the way up. And exhale, heart center. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, step back left and right into your plank. Lower down to your mat. Breathe into cobra. Exhale, down dog. Let's squeeze that right leg back, toes pointing down to the ground. We're going to inhale over to our left wrist, our right wrist, and send the leg long. This time inhale, right wrist, left wrist, squeeze that leg long. And one more, left, right, squeeze that leg long. Step forward, top of the mat into your warrior one. So right foot is forward, bring up those arms, bend into that right knee. Let's open into our warrior two. Long arms here. So remember warrior two, hips are facing forwards. We're going to drop that elbow down, send that left arm long. We're going to reverse our warrior, stretching right arm up. This time as we come down, maybe that right hand comes to our block, our mat. And we reverse our warrior. We're going to do one more here, maybe dropping that hand down. Long arm. And then head back into your warrior two. Gazing over the tip of that right hand. Straightening your right front leg. We're going to reach with that right hand, maybe using our block, dropping our right hand down, left arm long. Trikonasana. Sending your gaze upwards. Bending back into that right leg, last warrior two here. Swiveling the hands, framing that right foot. As you step back, see if you can keep that right foot off the mat as you come into plank. And then start to lower down to your mat, one foot at plank. Relax your toes once there, roll into your cobra. And exhale, down dog. Take your pause, take your breath. Inhaling, exhaling. I'm ready to do the other side. We've got left leg long, squeeze it back in your three-legged dog. And then we're going to inhale, right wrist, left wrist, squeeze that leg long. Ready for left wrist, right wrist, squeeze the leg long. And last one to do, right, left, take that leg long. We've got warrior one, top of the mat, left foot this time. Bend into that left knee, long arms. Ready to open into our warrior two, gazing to the tip of that left hand. And then we're going to drop that elbow, reach along with that right arm, and reverse. This time maybe coming down to our mat, our block, long right arm, and reverse. We've got one more to do here, whatever version you want to. Reversing your warrior. Come back to your warrior two. Holding here. And then we're straightening that left leg. Reaching with the left hand for our Trikonasana, dropping that left hand down, right arm long. Bend back into that left knee, last warrior two here. Getting ready to cartwheel the arms to frame that left foot, rolling onto the back of the right foot. Remember, we're stepping back, keeping that left foot off of the mat if we choose to, and exhaling down into our Chaturanga, and roll into Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale into your child's pose, sit back. Take that long inhale, and that exhale out. Down dog when you're ready, push back. Let's take a walk, step, jump, top of the mat, forward fold over both legs. Inhale, rise all of the way up. Exhale, heart. Inhale, let's reach up. Exhale, fall down. Long spine when you're ready. Step back right and left foot into plank. Drop your knees here, lower your chin and push back up. Dropping down, pushing back up. Let's do two more. Push it back up. One more. Pushing up. This time come all the way down to your mat. Relax your toes as you roll to your cobra. Exhale, down dog. Find your long breath. Squeeze back right leg. We're going to inhale, right wrist, left wrist. Take that leg long. Inhale, left, right. Squeeze that leg long. One more here. Take that leg long. And then we want to step forward, right foot into our warrior one. Right foot forward and long arms. Hold here. Let's open into our warrior two. Ready for side angle. Stretching long left arm. Reverse your warrior. This time maybe that hand comes down. Reverse your warrior. And last one, maybe you want to take that bind, that right arm through the leg, left arm back to meet it. Pull that left shoulder back. Turn your gaze towards your left shoulder. This is optional, you can just keep your right hand down on your mat. Release your arms, warrior two. Straighten that right foot. Let's reach with the right hand for our Trikonasana. Maybe we're able to go a little deeper now as the body's warmer. Last warrior two here, bending into that right knee. And I want you to reach forward for your right wrist and reverse your warrior. One last time, really open up into that right shoulder, that right arm. Releasing the arms, framing that right foot. Swiveling onto the toes of the left. You decide if you want to keep that right foot up as we come to plank. Lower down to your mat. Relax the toes for your cobra. Exhale into your child's pose. Sit back. Come back to your breath. When you're ready, down dog. So we've got one more side to do, one more round, left side. We're going to squeeze our left foot back. Ready to inhale, left wrist and our right wrist. Squeeze leg long. Inhale, right, left. Take that leg long. And one more, left, right. Squeeze that leg long. We warrior one, top of the mat, bend into that left knee, reaching up. Well Well done, holding that warrior one. Getting ready to open, hips face forward. Same direction as the upper body. Looking towards that left hand. We've side angle even, dropping that elbow down, reaching along with that right arm. And then reversing your warrior. Legs don't move, just the upper body. Side angle again, maybe dropping that hand down. Reversing your warrior. And then the last one is that option to take that bind. Maybe one side feels easier than the other. Pulling that right shoulder back, turning your gaze towards that right shoulder. Releasing the arms, warrior two. Straightening that left leg, last Trikonasana, so make sure hips are staying forward. As you reach with that left hand, drop the left hand down, right arm up. Looking up towards the ceiling. If you're feeling wobbly, you can always keep your gaze down towards your foot. Bend back into that warrior two, last time. Cartwheel those arms. We've got that option of keeping that left foot away from our mat as we lower down. Breathe into our cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Take your long inhale in and your sigh out. One more here. When you're ready, come into down dog. Step as wide as your yoga mat, turn your toes out a little, bend into your squat, garland pose, push those elbows into the knees, sit the lower back down towards your mat. Oh, it is getting brighter here. Relax the shoulders. Take one more breath. And we're going to sit down on our yoga mat. So come down, you might want your belt. We're going to keep our right leg long, and I'm going to give you two options with your left knee. If you want something a bit more challenging, you bend that knee back. Bend it back to here. Make sure you're still sitting on the glutes. If that doesn't feel good in that knee this morning, you bend that foot to the inner leg. So two different options. Both options you're going to be lifting out of your lower back. You're going to be bringing your arms up, and then you exhale and reach forward. And this is where you might want your belt around that long leg. If you've got that knee bent back, you won't go as far down. So do listen to the body. Come as far as feels comfortable this morning. And we're going to stay for a few breaths, so we're using our breath to maybe come deeper, if that feels good. No rushing our practice, just listening to our body. If we need to come out sooner, then we do so. Let's take one more breath. From here, take a walk back up. If you did have that leg bent back, just plant it on the inner leg. We're going to send that left arm long, plant it behind. Take the right leg to the side and just push up and reach back. Stretching into that right hip, sending that right arm long. And lower back down. This time you want your left leg long. You've got that option with your right leg, Whatever option you take, make sure you're sitting evenly, so you don't want to be over to one side. If you have bent the knee back, you will have a little bit of distance between the knees, and that's okay. We're going to inhale, reach up. We're going to exhale and fold down. Listening to your body, remember one side might feel slightly different. And stay for a few more breaths. When you're ready, release out. Remember, if you had that leg back, bring it in. You want to send that right leg long, right arm back behind us, push into that hip, stretch long with that left arm. Plant the left toes down to the ground. And release. Come back to your cross-legged. If you prefer to be on your block, then do take it. We are going to take a twist, so I want you to send your left hand to your right knee, your right hand behind you, and twist through the spine in that seated position. Pulling that right shoulder back. Come back to centre. Take that twist the opposite way, pull that left shoulder back. Coming back to centre, closing the eyes, you decide what position the hands are in. That spine is long. As you inhale through the nose, just counting the breath for 5. As you exhale, exhaling for 5. One more inhale. Slow exhale. Keeping the eyes closed, just drop your chin to your chest and roll through your head. Reverse the circle. To centre. One more full breath here. Breathing in anything you need for your day ahead. And exhaling anything that does not serve you. And let's finish with our hands at our heart centre as we honour ourselves and our practice, and bow to Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Thank you.